That's right, Slack said it. Beast Coast is the last hope for South America. Meanwhile, this is the last chance for Alliance to prove themselves on LAN. Elimination awaits, Kyle, and they've both been here before.
Indeed, they have. In fact, Nikobaby was here last year, playing against this exact same roster when he was still with Mineski. Obviously, they lost that series 2-1, and I'm sure he would like revenge. And Alliance looking for a little bit of vindication because, you know, a lot of people thought they might find themselves here in a BO1.
Yeah? Who were those people, Kyle?
Not me, but
fair.
Many. This team, incredibly strong online, has not had the same success on LAN, and I think it's just really interesting to look at the two personalities of these teams. You see them in the green room, Beast Coast dancing, having fun, enjoying themselves, and Alliance all serious. And I actually talked a lot about this because to me, you know, I think the teams having more fun are likely more confident.
Sure, we take that principle from like OG, right? Yeah. Two-time TI winners. They have fun in the booth, and that shows inside of the game that they have some confidence, that they take away the nerves, right?
Exactly. And I agree, Loda, different philosophy. Just because you're serious doesn't mean that you're not confident. And you don't need to have fun to win games of Dota, but
I mean, that's fair. That's the wisdom of a TI winner right there. So definitely you can take different philosophies to how you approach the Dota 2 game, but there is no doubt that nerves are going to play a hand here in a best-of-1 elimination, as it has for the last two teams, and it will right here as our bounties are about to come underway here. We're going to have a little bit of a split here. Early stun on FNG, just a bit of poke, as the two teams will just split the bounty runes 2-2.
And I'm personally going to be keying in on Whisper because, yes, SandKing, one of his best heroes. I think he's been one of the best offlaners at this tournament. But matchup-wise, like this is a hard SandKing game. Spectre Haunt cancels the blink. You're playing against a ton of disables, and Elder Titan as well. Very frustrating. If you catch Spirit before you're trying to blink in, all of a sudden it's on cooldown. And in addition, the hero dies after blinking in. It's the main issue with the concept. There's so much burst, and Alliance's lineup is incredibly durable as well. Limmp with first two Lina should have a slight edge in the win ranger matchup.
So it sounds like to me Beast Coast is going to have to make a priority in setting the initiation first in a lot of these team fights. Whisper's got a key component of that. Whisper, who has been honestly a star player for Beast Coast over the years, just incredible performances day in, day out by him, and he's going to have to give them one more in order to get out of the best-of-1 eliminations.
Yeah, they're going to need to play some pretty damn good Dota because their lineup is, you know, it's a lot harder to execute because you're going to need so many more kills than your opponents to win the game.
Right.
If you look at the, SandKing,
top lane, K1 Hector in a little bit of trouble. He does have the Fairy Fire for the last hit. Is that going to be enough? S4 claims the first blood. The captain of Alliance manages to kill that all-important carry of Beast Coast. I mean, this is supposed to be their anchor. K1 Hector has had marvelous performances on lands. He was held as one of the best carries to look at TI9, and well, he's already dropped an early kill against a Dragonite lane.
This was their opening too, right?
Yeah.
And how classic is that it's the S4 DK, the Alliance Dragon Knight, that scores the first blood. They rode this hero all throughout the DPC to a bunch of victories, so no surprise they take it here facing elimination.
Yeah, when they need it most, they go right back to what was most successful to them throughout the year. And they do have that hard, let's say, durable carry in Nikobaby Spectre, which we just saw in the last series, right? It can really help you out to be able to know, just, hey, guys, relax. We have better late game. We've got this big carry that will eventually take over. It worked for Quincy Crew. And Alliance, they're not losing their lane either. FNG looking for another kill here, but won't be able to find it. Schofield will sacrifice his own health points to keep Whisper alive. Yeah,
really, if you look at the three cores of Alliance, you can argue they all outscale the opposing core on the side of Beast Coast, which is why, the South American side is really going to feel pressure to make moves and find kills. They're lacking in tower damage, they're lacking in sustained damage, so you really need these lanes to go well and break out of the laning phase early, start rotating around the map.
Yeah.
It's like Lina may have got slightly nerfed, but this is still, wait, Schofield?
What is Schofield doing? I think he's just keeping him here a little bit while longer, taunting him, goes back to the tier 2. What is happening?
Well, Yeah, I mean...
What? I've never seen that tactic before, Kyle.
Did FNG like Mango? Did he not expect him to have a spirit?
I have no idea, but we saw the camera of Schofield. He didn't look particularly upset at that. Obviously intended for something to happen there. I'm not sure if feeding away the second kill to Alliance is the play, but I guess he does get a free trip, a free ride back to base. Hanskin being very offensive here, very oppressive. As Stinger does manage to get a pull off, but he's not having a fun time, nor is really anybody on the side of Beast Coast. You can see top 2 CS going the way of Alliance. Limmp is winning his matchup against Chris Luck, and this has got to be a little bit concerning, Kyle, because Beast Coast, they chose Alliance, right?
Yeah, and these lanes are not looking great.
FNG, that Caustic Finale pop is doing so much damage, they underestimate it. Nikobaby takes a huge chunk as FNG explodes, and they're going to keep going. They have the Burrow Strike. They have the nice healing salve to be able to tank up a few more tower hits. They just need a little bit more. Schofield's in. He takes away the healing salve. And that means Nikobaby is going to need some help from FNG. But look at him, Schofield and Whisper. They don't want to let him keep a healing salve up. They're going to be able to find him behind the trees, cut it out again. Miss out on the impale, though, and Whisper has tended a little bit too far into the Alliance forest. They are going to be able to get a third kill now. I don't know what to say, Kyle. This is Beast Coast playing with a little bit more loose than maybe they should.
This is this TI, right? It's a best of one. These things happen.
Yeah.
Whisper, I think they might get the kill on Spectre. He auto-attacked a creep twice trying to get a caustic proc. And you don't get the kill. I understand the reasoning, but then you dive tower into an Elder Titan TPing in. Oh, it's a big risk for little reward. And this mid lane, man, Limmp, considered one of the strongest mid laners in Dota 2 for some time. The question is, how does he play his mid to late game? That's considered his weakness. But right now, this is a comfort hero for him.
Yeah.
He is crushing this lane.
Hector getting him a little bit low against, again, a Dragon Knight. I'm not expecting Hector to be so close to death against a Dragon Knight, notoriously a very low damage hero in the laning phase, just incredibly durable, but it looks like he's using that to be able to constantly assault the top lane, and he's dead.
What is, man, Alliance, what day at their Wheeze today or something? What? That's a solo DK.
And FNG just baited Whisper into a little bit of a duel. And Whisper is going to walk away with very low health as Nikobaby has full control of the lane now. Top 3 CS, all going the way of Alliance. They're killing it in this laning phase, Kyle.
Oh, yeah. I mean, K1, he's known for prioritizing his farm. Surprised, he maxed cleave. So they really no threat whatsoever in this lane with only 1 point stun.
They just keep on going. They're relying on the Caustic Finale to blow up Nikobaby, but instead, they just end up feeding more and more deaths. Nikobaby's going to be able to pick up that second kill on Schofield, while top lane is losing out as well. A late TP is not going to stop S4. He retreats cleanly. 2,000 net worth lead at 7 minutes, Kyle. Beast Coast is supposed to be known for being able to show up to lands, to shrug off the nervousness that affects every single team, and yet they look like they're totally falling apart here.
Seriously, Alliance, this is the dream for them, right? If they were going to show jitters, you figured to be in the laning phase, but so far they're dominant, and every player is on a comfort hero. They outscale, and the concern with Beast Coast lineup is, like, look at the damage output. They need levels to do anything.
Dude, Schofield, he's got to get out of here, otherwise he's just dead again as the dagger is incoming. Take away the sentry. Schofield will barely survive there. K1 Hector trying to do his classic farming creeps as he works his way back right in front of the enemy. But at TI9, when Chris Luck and Hector were doing that, it was cocky, it was fun, and it got into the heads of the opponents. Here, it just looks damn dangerous.
Indeed. And this is not pleasant for a Sven. Like, he's level 6, he's got to walk all the way back to base. You look around, there's no stacks anywhere, not as if he really had the power to take them at the moment, but there's a Dragon Knight just pushing your tower. He's nearly got a Blink Dagger on S4. You might have it by 10 minutes. Limmp is closing in on BOTs. In fact, they're flying out to him on the courier. That's an insane timing.
Another stomp. They do have an early dust after their success in the laning phase. FNG is able to afford a lot more than a 5 position normally would. And as a result, Whisper is forced back once again top lane. They're going to watch them go on to K1. Hector does manage to get up that extra bit of armor with the war cry before they go on him. So the punishment is minimized a bit. But the fact that Alliance can just keep doing this and keep chipping away at this tower, Beast Coast doesn't really seem to have a planned response just yet, as Chris Luck is going to head down to the bottom lane.
That's a product of the draft though, Cap, because you don't, Sven, Wind Ranger, you need actual items to deal damage, and your two supports, you know, Nyx and Shadow Demon, you need ults. Like right now, you offer very little in terms of damage or control. So S4 is just like tanking poison and just hitting tower. Chris Luck, he really wanted to get something down bottom, but you can see him, he's walking right past this ward. It showed him earlier as well. And Limmp just solo kills Schofield, standing
right in front of Chris Luck, and now the other support's going to die as well, as S4 will actually back out, respecting Chris Luck's TP here. They're so far ahead that they don't necessarily want to be trading. Nikobaby, he's going to pop his ultimate and join in on the fray. He's going to go for Stinger. Stinger is certainly dead. S4 not caught just yet as the reinforcements from Alliance are here. Limmp is going to join in on the fray, and that will allow S4 to get away from Chris Luck.
You can see this Alliance lineup is so dangerous, especially if Beast Coast play into the DK lane, because both Spectre and Lina can global in, and you're always going to want to take that fight. You're going to blow spells on my Dragon Knight with like 1 billion HP and armor. It's just not, it's not a successful strategy. They're only up 2k. K1 has got a lot of space. It's a troubling game.
Is that space going to be enough? I mean, you talked about how they scale so well on Alliance, so Beast Coast have to hit some amazing window where the Sven feels strong. I don't know when that is. Does he have to wait for BKB? It feels like it with this Lina Lion. I don't know if he's going to be able to hit anybody before BKB.
Yeah, it's the offensive threat of Alliance, because their timings are just so accelerated because of how well this laning phase has gone. Because, you know, Blink is flying out to S4. He's going to be able to play with either support or with his Lina threatening that global bots in. And Nikobaby is halfway to Aghanims. As soon as he has that up, suddenly you're effectively applying threat in all places. And the issue with Beast Coast's 3, 4, and 5 is that they're incredibly susceptible to just being jumped and 100 to 0. Wind Ranger as well, really, until BKB. Both cores need BKB.
Yeah. And most teams have been taking OG's lead when it comes to TI9 and the coin flip, when it comes to playoffs and who they're going to be choosing. But you said that Beast Coast, they apparently picked Alliance. They were very confident. Oh, they got to be questioning themselves now. Maybe they should have just relied on fate rather than their own decision making, because now a beautiful stomp is going to be able to come in, and that is another dead hero. 9-2, Alliance just keep on heating up here. And a cold Romanian night.
It's Schofield, I think he's...
Another one. He's going to go for Schofield. Schofield does have the spike carapace, but Hanskin is here on the other side. He's dead, and they could probably even deny the tower if they want to.
Like, thing is, like, we haven't really seen Beast Coast like make a move yet.
Nope.
Alliance is just, you know, they crushed the lanes. They've taken 2 T1s. And Beast Coast, like, they had placed a ton of early wards. They're very low on them now. They had 4 on map for that end of laning phase portion of the game.
Whisper, they're going to have to do so much here. This is a start. They pick up the Blink Dagger, the kill Hanskin, but they need to start getting more than just some support pickoffs.
To be fair, K1 is actually enormous when you consider the state of the game and how rough top was. He's actually catching up to Limmp. You know, 0 and 2, but still at 10 CS per minute.
It seems to be the mantra of K1 Hector and Beast Coast teams in general. Hector, he'll be farmed no matter what happens. And the rest of the team just needs to be able to make some sort of successful team fights happen without him. Just needs time, more time, and they're going to smoke through over into the mid lane here, but that mid tower prevents them from being able to invade any deeper. So they're just waiting for somebody to show from Alliance, but you could see Alliance, they may have some idea of this. They're smoked, but they're not moving aggressively into the enemy side of the map. They're being very cautious.
I mean, Beast Coast, they're showing nobody but K1 just now in the mid lane, so they're very aware something might be going down. no reason really to push the envelope. Alliance are, they're stronger right now, but they can wait. Every minute that goes by, like Nico's just free farming. And
yeah.
Aghanims on Spectre, BKB Lina, that's impossible to fight into, with the exception of Beast Coast getting a really nice opening from Schofield. He's going to have to find some angle to approach outside of sentry range, and then him plus Chrislock could theoretically explode the Lina before she's able to cast a spell.
And that's going to be our priority target, right? For Beast Coast, when they start fights, they can kill Limmp first, then it's probably a good fight. If they go on the Dragon Knight or even the Spectre, it may not be so good.
And this, well, I thought Schofield was about to walk up the high ground. Would have been certainly his demise. And I like what Alliance have done. You see how they're placing these wards with sentries nearby? It's all to just find the Nyx as he walks up and down choke points.
Yeah. This means Alliance holds really nice control of both this mid lane because their tower is still up, and top lane. They're going to go for Limmp here. A good opening for Schofield, but Chrislock is a little bit too far behind to be able to capitalize off of that one, and now he's going to be caught. Nikobaby immediately joins S4 and gunning for this Wind Ranger. A long-range shot. Oh, the Earth Splitter just a bit shy. Whisper running interference and will give up his life to ensure that Chrislock gets out, but it's another disaster for Beast Coast.
Oh, S4 almost caught Chrislock on the end there. And that's, like, it's kind of a desperation move from Beast Coast. That opening comes onto Limmp, but no one's even in range. Yeah, the shackle lands, but Chrislock had to blow his wind run to do that, which means that you just, easy counter initiate, press haunt, dagger, chase him out of the fight. And Whisper, that's the trouble with his hero in this game. You can blink stun, sure, but then you're just a blink tranquil Sand King.
Yeah.
You die to reckless.
He is not going to keep doing a whole lot more. Like, the best we can hope for is a decent epicenter and a good burrow, but he is not going to keep scaling at this rate. 4,000 down, Beast Coast going to go for a smoke here, but it just reeks of desperation. It reeks of one of those plays where they feel like they have to make a move here. Schofield leading the charge. Hector, sentry on out behind the tier 1 tower while Hector bangs on it.
Yeah, but they don't have cooldowns. Limmp is so close to BKB. I don't think Alliance are really going to want to contest this. No Haunt, no Finger, no Earth Splitter. So yeah, just let the mid tower go. This is a really wise move.
That's smart, very smart from Alliance. They're ahead. They don't need to take any risks here.
Dude, and Nico has his Aghanims.
Nice. Oh, that is a big Spectre. Shadow Step ready to join in all of these little skirmishes now. For all intents and purposes, this is a Spectre online.
This is the dream for Hanskin, for S4, because all of a sudden your carry can just play with you. Anytime you're able to find a hero isolated, you've got so much lockdown. You've got a guaranteed Spectre on top with the double dagger damage. You can see Schofield, like, he's level 6, but he's got to play this aggressive. They have these great wards. He'd love to find Limmp, but with no one around him, who's going to execute this kill?
Yeah, he's scouting just for scouting's sake, and he doesn't even find this smoke. Alliance was a little bit too fast, and they are going to be able to catch Chrislock here. And even better, Nikobaby can be a part of the kill. Maybe even take the last hit, but no. Shackle shot's nice. That S4 finds it instead.
Schofield is still tracking Limmp. His entire ultimate just sticking on top of the Lina, but nothing doing there. I mean, look, you first do this, Fen. You know what the Beast Coast strategy is. It was similar to their idea at TI9 when Hector was often the most farm player, whether his team was winning or losing. And once again, they're kind of giving him the keys to not just their hopes in this game, but the entire South American region. Beast Coast is the last hope, and it's all going to rest on their Sven's shoulders.
14-3, 17 kills a minute, most of them coming from the Alliance side, as they don't need to, you could see just the way they're playing around the map right now. They're not necessarily trying to play on Beast Coast side. They're very happy just to keep the map split 50-50. They're gonna go for an Orchid next for Nikobaby, so these supports, and even Chrislock himself is going to have a real hard time of things. And Limmp, well, he now may be indestructible in these next team fights. If he does not get initiated on, which he might here, BKB goes off first. He turns around, goes for Schofield. Schofield should be run down pretty easily. They're going to pop the haunt here just to see, okay, is this a kill by itself, or can we get more? It's just the single pickoff.
A little skittish there from Limmp, but he does get the BKB off in time. The concern, though, is Alliance just used a lot of cooldowns, and this is some breathing room for Beast Coast. Chris Luck, he's just a recipe away now from his BKB. 300, 400 gold.
Okay.
And it looks like K1, he's the same, 400 gold or so. So it would have been, like, Alliance, that was their big timing, and they got a kill on an Nyx Assassin.
Yeah.
The next engagement, you're going to have Beast Coast ready to go.
Nice reactions there from Whisper. Dust goes off, he immediately blinks himself away. Can't afford another death, otherwise he won't be able to pick up that Yule's Scepter he's gunning for. There's the Maelstrom for Chris Luck, which means he is... Okay, never mind, sorry. He's breaking apart, yeah. So should be getting the BKB in a second like you were talking about.
But Alliance, I think the time is now to cross the river. I like that they gave up the mid tower, but they've been very reluctant to make any sort of aggressive plays on the map. And you know, you're giving Beast Coast this window now where they're going to have a really strong spike. Both cores now with BKB. This is a totally different game. You even have a Yules on Whisper, so he should be able to survive for at least that secondary stun.
Do you feel like this is the best hope for Beast Coast? If they want to be able to come back into this game, it's going to be off of this timing right here, right?
Yeah.
All right, that means the tension grows for Beast Coast. Will they be able to get the right kind of team fight open?
Keep in mind, like Nikobaby, his next item up is Orchid. That'll help him kill supports. But now all three cores have that defensive tool. And I think that's pretty accurate. Like, Alliance is ahead, but this would be more of like a 90 or 95% probability had they gotten a big team fight, more wards aggressively in that window where they had all these first core items up and Beast Coast were still lacking them. Now all of a sudden it's really anyone's fight. Like, the gold advantage, sure, yes, Alliance is winning, but that doesn't mean that they can take a fight that isn't on their terms, especially if Beast Coast force it under either one of these ward sentries they placed around the Roche pit.
And that is an interesting proposition for Beast Coast. Taking a team fight around Roshan just enhances the rewards.
Yep.
They can win that, get themselves an Aegis, then all of a sudden they can be playing on Alliance's side of map, which is something they're going to have to do seemingly since Alliance are not willing to play forward. Beast Coast has to be the ones taking the first steps.
And what's keeping him, you know, not only is K1 like one of the best farmers in Dota, like he's got almost 300 CS. Like, he's a Sven playing a passive game against Spectre. So you're naturally going to get this net worth lead. And it spikes and peaks, I would say, in about 5 to 10 minutes. He'll have that Sanjin Yasha and then probably like the AC. And if he can hit the Silver Edge timing early enough, you know, you eat Spectre for lunch. You remove Dispersion, you've got so much follow-up stuns, things get really spooky. And then I'm sure Fog knows, if Stinger can ever get Aghanim Scepter, all these cores
the opening, they're going to be able to get the initiation on Whisper. Alliance strikes first.
Scofield.
Beast Coast can't afford anybody else to get picked off right now, because if they do, Alliance may be able to just gun for Roshan themselves. A pick-off on Whisper isn't a big enough opening for Alliance, and they might be able to find S4 here. They're going to stop him from being able to blink away, but he does manage to get off the BKB. He turns around, just kills Schofield right away. They're going to go for more, actually using the Shadow's Depth to be able to jump in. They have the Orchid, but at the same time, I got the Shackle Shot without the BKB. The follow-up stun is not there. Limmp gets off the BKB, but the physical damage is tearing him apart. An unstoppable streak given away to Beast Coast, and they're going to look for more. Shackle Shot just to close that distance. Echo Saber to be able to slow it down, but now no more BKB. Hector's in trouble. Earth Splitter hits. They do manage to get a nice two-man stun from Hanskin. And FNG, he wants to be able to get this battle. Turns around, gets the stun onto S4. K1 Hector dropping a little bit low, and God's strength is beginning to wane, and that's an opportunity. Alliance see hesitation. They see weakness, and they pounce. They take down two. Whisper in the back line hopes to get a support. They grab him. Next is going to be S4. Nikobaby. Uh-oh, he's low. The Shadow Demon has got him dead to rights. Whisper's gone, and all of a sudden, Beast Coast, off of a death of K1 Hector, their primary carry from the ashes of his death, they managed to make a really nice closure to that team fight for themselves.
Oh, yeah, huge. They used both buybacks on supports, but they were so necessary. Incredible job from Stinger. You can see those Shadow Demon illusions are just eating Nikobaby apart, especially when he's afflicted by the Purge. Still in the even fight. You can see Alliance, they're overcommitting with their spell usage. They used Finger and Haunt just for that opening kill. We're gonna watch the replay real quick. Nice BKB from S4, but I think if they can just take this kill and maybe get out, they're gonna be okay. But there's going to be a buyback from Schofield in a moment. Yes, you kill Stinger, but now look at the positioning, right? Chris Luck, BKB, ultimate, there's no save on Alliance. So Limmp is just dead to rights. It'll take a little time, but there's nothing you can do to save him. And both of those support kills you just dove for are now right back in the action.
And Beast Coast, we could see they just kept on going. Very nice hits there from the two supports of Alliance. Honestly, they did a great job of keeping this fight going to their favor, keeping S4 out of danger for the longest time. Back inside the game, though, Whisper's going to be able to find an opening. Alliance is right behind him, though. They've already taken down Whisper. The two-man stuns keep raining in. They're going to be able to kill both Whisper and Schofield.
Really
and
nice
another BKB charge for K1 Hector used as well.
Yeah, and that is a big deal, really. It was changed. BKB used to go down to 5 seconds at its minimum. Now, of course, it's 6. But even that doesn't feel long enough when you consider how much disable Alliance is playing with.
Yeah.
You can see the big issue just with Whisper SandKing in this game. Like, fantastic player, but if he catches a stun, he's going to catch another one, and he's likely dead before he uses an ability.
Glimmer Cape desperately needed for Stinger, because I just assume that he's going to be dead every haunt, right? Yeah. I mean, this Spectre does not want to get disrupted and purged.
No.
So if he could just pop a haunt, find that Shadow Demon, Orchid, he should just be dead. Maybe he can keep himself alive with Glimmer Cape at best.
Yeah. One thing to note, though, Limmp is going for a less traditional item with the Lincoln Sphere.
Okay.
He's just trying to guarantee that he can get his BKB off, but it does mean his damage output will be a little lessened. I think we're used to seeing, you know, Silver Edge, maybe Daedalus's MKBs.
It sounds like to me you disagree with it a little bit. There is a lot of single target stuns on Beast Coast, though.
Exactly. Like, it saves him from the SandKing, but my big concern is always that late in the game, it's a 5,000 item that the enemy offlaner support, you know, they buy a 4-staff. And their 2K gold beats your 5.
Finds the initiation, pops the BKB, Whisper uses Burrow Strike in order to get out. That is both a BKB and a haunt being used. Beast Coast, almost undoubtedly here, are going to be looking for an opening to be able to take another fight against Alliance. This is an opening for them, and Alliance need to be careful.
Really good smoke. They know it's an opening. Alliance have to be conservative here.
Vendetta leading the charge, Schofield. They have to be careful about where they move here. You can see Alliance, they're very aware of this move. And if Schofield can sneak his way around here, find an opening, that's going to be on FNG. Where's the rest of his team? They're going to go for, oh, they managed to catch him through the Lincolns. They managed to get the purge on him as well. And here comes Hector. 1, 2, 3, and Limmp is knocked out. FNG is going to be up next. Nice Earth Splitter, but Alliance seem a little bit skittish about going back in, as they should. No haunt on the Spectre, no reason to fight further.
And what a baller. Whisper, that is so confident. Like, he blink, Yules to cancel, and stunned immediately. So he's just in no man's land, trusting in his team to be able to finish the kill.
Oh, Whisper is in again. The rest of his team was going for Roshan, and Whisper's like, I'm going to catch somebody from Alliance scouting the Roshan pit. And S4 is desperate to be able to get control of this area of the map. They're going to leave Schofield behind as he's orchided away by Nikobaby. The rest of Beast Coast coming back in, and S4, he's in pretty deep here, and he got caught. Chain stuns going out, but he managed to get the Essence Ring BKB off. Turns around. Chris Luck keeping his distance here. Whisper may be caught by this line. The chain disables. He may never be able to get out of this one. Maybe he does. Burrow Strike through S4. Gets a little distance. S4 charging in. Gets met with K1 Hector, and down he goes. Limmp is just now back, though, and Beast Coast are not going to be able to get the Roshan they were originally searching for.
I think you're okay with that. Like, the Aegis would have been a huge window for BC, but you did have to spend a buyback on FNG, and a huge streak just went to Chris Luck. S4 was worth 613 gold. But man, it's tense now. Like, the trouble, Alliance, it feels like their damage output is a little lackluster at the moment. All these items defensive on the Lina, still yet to pick up a real damage item.
And that is the one thing about the Aghanims buildup of the Spectre.
Exactly.
It's amazing, no doubt, but it's not a strict damage item. It just increases your uptime with being able to join in on team fights. You combine that with the Lincolns, another non-damage item from Alliance, and I could see where this is kind of colliding.
These items are not really built to deal with the enemy cores. So the Orchid timing is great, but all 3 cores on Beast Coast have a way to deal with it. So your only real way to get like the value you require is if you can pick off the Shadow Demon at the start of the fight. That means your Manta's delayed, your Scotty's delayed, and the Sven will have an easier time for a longer time in this game as we approach the end of the mid game. Still no Roche. It's 30 minutes in. Oh, now whoa, DD.
They're going to go for it. Double damage on Limmp. A great opening for Alliance, and it's too late, Beast Coast. A power shot reveals. They're going to go for it, baby, but the Hot has already gone down, and S4 struck first. Xeon Disc from Whisper is going to be able to keep him alive, and S4 is being ripped apart by Chrisluck. The damage of the focus fire, it doesn't matter how tanky you are or if you've got the BKB. It's Chrisluck Wind Ranger. Single target damage is off the charts.
And that, there's nothing you can do about that. Alliance have no save. Really heads up by Chrisluck. This is going to be his MO for the rest of this game. Utilize your BKB to kill somebody by just running next to them, focus firing.
And when you say somebody, do we have specific targets in mind, right? We still, like, Lina's still a big target, though he's now got the Aegis. Do you agree with him going for S4 every fight? What do you want? I
think so. Well, he rushed the MKB. Those procs, of course, deal magical damage, but he also got the Mind Breaker. So it's an extra 25 magic attack per hit.
Oh, my God. So that is such a good neutral item for him.
It is the perfect neutral item, especially in this game. Because it also means that, you know, you pop on somebody, all these Alliance heroes have stuns, that spot silence will really frustrate somebody like Hanskin.
Well, they don't call him Chrisluck for nothing, as Beast Coast is going to back up and probably look for another smoke here. This item build from K1 Hector, we talked about the potential of Silver Edge. Really good against Spectre, really good against Dragonite. Hector here has a different idea. He's going for, like, the Satanic build up first, just Chrysalis into Satanic. What do you think?
It makes sense, right? He kind of is like the sole damage dealer and the frontliner. Whisper and Chrisluck kind of need him to be making this chaos and putting attention onto himself. Oh,
Stinger. Thought he had an opening there. Doesn't get the demonic purge off on Limmp, and maybe it's for the best anyway. Again, Lina does have the Aegis, as Alliance have been recognizing the priority targeting from Beast Coast. 1,000 net worth lead for Alliance, but it's closing down a little bit. They've been in control of the game this entire time after that disastrous laning phase for Beast Coast. I'm a little bit concerned for Alliance now.
Yeah, just because, you know, look, Beast Coast, their flaw in the laning phase was being a little too aggressive. Looking at you, Schofield. But they've kept that mentality even after getting washed in the laning phase. So
now it's Alliance's turn to get aggressive, though, and a big opening. Being able to kill this Shatter Demon opens possibilities for the Spectre to be able to get in. K1 Hector's already taken so much damage. He pops a BKB, but he's got the Satanic. If he could just get some swings in, look at the Spectre die! Chrisluck! K1 Hector is supposed to be the carry, and he doesn't actually get in. He hits in, finally hits some neutrals for a little bit of bonus, but he's running, but that's not the direction to your base. K1 Hector, he is stuck in a dead end, and he is going to die here. Alliance corral him, kill him, and now chase for more. Next up, Schofield chain stuns very easily. A nice little cherry on top to a good team fight for Alliance.
That was an intimidation buyback by Hanskin. He had no TP, so he wasn't actually relevant when he came back into the game. But I've got to figure that's what forced the rest of Beast Coast heroes away. Because Limp's BKB had faded. Nyx has his stun. Chrisluck has all the abilities. They were just a bit low and afraid of Hanskin coming back.
I mean, that sound is terrifying, right? When you hear the buyback sound from an enemy, and especially when you're on their side of the map, where they can so easily rotate. You can definitely see how Beast Coast just wanted to call it quits there, but this initiation from Alliance looks so good. Being able to kill Stinger, the damage they got on K1 Hector, and then kiting him off the Satanic.
Look at the awareness. The Shackle gets both heroes, and he just pops BKB. There's nothing you can do.
Kill two. That is so sweet.
And now is the thing. Those earlier fights, if you remember the one that they took when the supports bought back in their tier 2 mid, you know, he missed every Shackle. If you start hitting these 2-hero Shackles, something like in Whisper, he had a stun. Schofield had a stun, but they were just too afraid. And it makes sense. No Satanic, no BKB, Sven ult is fading. Probably better to cut your losses, but...
You're just going to listen to K1 Hector and Chris Luck, who probably are both saying, like, we've blown our ultimates. We do not want to keep looking for a fight. Lincoln's up next for Chris Luck. You can see a slight difference in philosophy. Chris Luck focusing on damage first, then going back for the Lincolns. It doesn't really seem like damage is a problem for him, even against the tanky Spectre. I've been very surprised how well his damage just works against this Spectre. It's just insane.
And that's why it'll be interesting to see if he goes for the Silver Edge or the AC next. AC is going to help his Wind Ranger. Silver Edge, you know, especially against heroes like DK Spectre, like you suddenly have the burst if you can catch them. And I think that might be the direction he goes, just because Alliance, they're really suffering just because they have there's no save. Do they have a Force Staff on anybody yet? They do not. Like, somebody gets stunned pre-BKB, like they're going to sit there until they're either dead or finally able to get spell immune.
Right. S4 does hit a really nice timing right now, though. He's got his Aghanim Scepter, and he's level 20. He's got their 20+ strength, so Black Dragon online. S4 knows that, like, they're not going to be able to rely on the Spectre and the Lina alone to be able to carry these fights, so he's going to make sure that he scales well into the game, and he's going to build into an AC next. This is good for Alliance. I think, like, it gives you a little bit more hope about, like, okay, these fights have been kind of messy. We got such a good lead, but it's fine. We still have this really sick late game, right? No matter what happens in these fights, we can keep going late because all of our carries are going to scale.
And you can see even in the net worth, like Chris Luck, like is solo killing Nikobaby, right? Yeah. Even though he's behind a net worth. Oh, there's a
Alliance getting aggressive again and again, finding Stinger. Chris Luck teeping in late to a team fight where the Nyx Assassin is already dead. Both supports gone, and Beast Coast are out, and Alliance now feeling themselves really nicely. One of the first fights we've really seen them take on Beast Coast side of the map, and they're actively taking objectives. Alliance feels like they're full of confidence now.
Yeah, the supports can't save themselves. Schofield has Aghanims, but if he's not set up, if Alliance can just press their buttons like that, the Haunt giving full vision, there's just nothing you can do about it. Yeah, the Glimmer Cape is nice, but they have the gem on S4 now.
Hanskin, he gets the Force Staff you were looking for, so they're going to have a little bit better saves to be able to keep some of their heroes alive when they get single targeted by this Chris Luck Wind Ranger. They're going to go for the Shadow Blade now, so it is going to be the Silver Edge pickup for Sven, it seems.
Yeah.
They've got it now. Level 25 is not that far away. If you're Alliance, are you okay with chilling right now?
You're okay with chilling, but you've just... It's concerning, you know, when you don't have Haunt, it feels a lot more dangerous to be out on the map.
Yeah, and you can see maybe that's why they're playing, well, they were playing a bit conservatively, but now potentially challenging here.
They have gems, so they'd love to play around their vision. It's a very tense game at this point because of the nature of these two teams' lineups, right? Sven Wind Ranger, incredible burst damage, and Alliance, you know, same deal. If they can find a hero with a stun, they're going to collapse. They've got both Finger and Laguna. Like, that first hero will die, but it's all about advantageous. You can see both teams now just camping a ward. Vision and Initiation will likely decide who wins this next engagement.
In which case, if initiation for a team fight is the most important thing, Alliance will always have the advantage, right? No matter how late the game goes. Because of Haunt.
It's the Wind Ranger and the Sven factor. You're going to have a Silver Edge Sven. If he gets a stun off, especially if he goes for the talent level 25, like, that hero is just going to die. Same goes if Chris Luck finds anybody with a shackle.
Yeah. Actually goes for the Stormhammer stun duration.
Yeah, I like that a lot, because you're just trying to utilize the full duration of the Silver Edge. Before that hero, you go for Pop's BKB.
There's a big item, pick up BKB for the Spectre. So when you picked up Silver Edge, and then you see the Spectre not only has that Manta, but also now has a BKB, I'm not sure how happy he's going to be about this item pickup, but it's something you kind of had to do.
Yeah. It's also just so value now on Sven, the change.
Oh, this is a very interesting position. Beast Coast is on either sides of this. They could potentially sandwich here with the BKB going out from S4. There goes the Haunt. Two-man stun, potentially K1 Hector sees the opening on Nikobaby, but Nikobaby pops on, jumps over to the support, kites out the Sven beautifully, executes Stinger, executes Schofield. Those two are down. The scores, okay, turn around, course turn around, does manage to kill up S4. Nice shackle shot. It'll give K1 Hector some time to lay some damage in, but ultimately, these two are left alone with a shackle shot at the last second will not save his life. And Hanskin, he wants a little bit more. K1 Hector, Silver Edge on out. Alliance will pull back, see if Roshan's up. Unfortunately for them, it's not. So Beast Coast will have a chance to contest.
Oh man, if we can see that back. Shadow Demon dies because he's running in range of this old sentry on the high ground. Otherwise, he's gonna live and pop his purge. That was, it's one of those replays. It's gonna make you cringe because you just die because there's this weird sentry that nobody noticed. Really nice plays there from Alliance though. A matter of seconds, like Nyx, if you get the stun off before the BKB, S4's probably just dead. But he does BKB, he stuns you, and suddenly you're caught in no man's land.
Yeah.
The MKB on them very effective because now he can just go toe-to-toe with Chris
Yeah, the old veteran of S4 has been reacting beautifully.
Yeah.
We haven't seen him, I think, caught out by a stun first. Always getting off his BKB before the impale or the...
Like, that was just so sick. Nikobaby, he goes up to the SC, and you can see the sentry that's getting him killed. But, like, that should be a dead Spectre. Instead, he collects the Shadow Demon, TP's base, and he's able to come back into the fight. Yeah,
really sick by him. And being able to use the utility of that Shadow Step. As you can see here, he's back. Okay, he's got enough health to be able to survive. Chris Luck can't do a damn thing to him. Lions, another Shadow Step. Every single time, Beast Coast probably jumping out of their skin when they hear that noise. It's K1 Hector, they try and get a blank stun off of him. Silver Edge is not gonna protect him. Magic damage, throw it in, and K1 Hector is dead.
There you go. Alliance starting to feel themselves.
They're getting there. They're going to find more. S4, he's here. Goes up, but maybe a little bit too deep. He's got his BKB, though, but the damage is coming thick and fast, and it's too much for him.
They got the gem.
Nice stun coming out. Burrow Strike up next. FNG is going to be disrupted, so he's not going anywhere. K1 Hector is going to find this kill. But Alliance, they're okay with this.
Yeah.
That was a buyback from the Sven, a win condition, clear as day, available for Alliance now.
This is the game. You're fighting in the Roche Pit against a Nyx Assassin with Aghanims. This is what Beast Coast want. They're going to smoke. There is the buyback on DK. 3 heroes now without buyback.
Instead of holding their ground around the Roshan pit, they get into the triangle here. Alliance are going to actually read maybe some of this. They're moving to the right. S4 positioning himself between his team and the rest of the enemy.
FNG's going to know.
It's Spirit. He hit so many heroes. He knows they're all here. The Honda is going to go up. They're going to be able to get the initiation. The Bro Strike goes out, but his son actually hitting K1 Hector. He's way far away from some heroes. Chris Luck is going in, but S4, look at that smart TP of his. He gets out of the team fight. K1 Hector turns around with his Satanic. Heals up to full. Whisper may not be so lucky though as Hanskin, he jumps in, tried to kite around Hector. The name of the game is keeping away from this Sven, and Nikobaby, he's been tagged, he's been caught, and a 1400 crit. He brings him down, but if they buy back, if they can get Hector, he's gonna have a dieback here. All in on this Sven. That's the name of the game for Alliance, and they've got him. He's dead. 2 minutes at Alliance. They see their opportunity. Chris Luck is up next. Nikobaby catches up to him. 1 hero down. Next one coming up for Chris Luck as he's trying to get away desperately, and he just might. But Alliance flying high over the trees, flying high over the haters, will be able to find that next kill. No buyback on Wind Ranger, no buyback on Sven. Alliance is free to do whatever they want.
That was insane. So FNG had a Spirit in the Roche Pit, so they knew this whole time they're doing something weird. Haunt just gets popped for vision. Whisper goes in, but the Haunt's canceling everybody's blink daggers. Nobody can follow up. Limmp is just a machine gun. The Scotty pickup huge because he's just kiting the Sven. K1.
Do you go for throne here, Kyle?
Hell yeah, you go for throne.
Hell yeah, you go for throne. Alliance, are they going to do it, or are they going to play conservatively? They know they've got a full minute. Whisper is looking to be able to cut the creep waves. He has to. He knows they are in such desperation right now, and they're going to make sure to punish that right away. He may have taken away the creep wave, but it will cost him his life, and that just means another hero gone for 2 minutes.
And they know this. They know this for a fact. Sand King and Sven, both on cooldown. Chris Luck could have it up, but he's out of gold.
Backdoor protection is up, but a creep wave is on its way, and nobody from Beast Coast is in position to be able to interfere. You could see Hanskin bodyguarding this creep wave, ready to make sure if anybody tries to stop it, they'll be able to get the punish. Backdoor protection down now, 2 lanes of barracks. Alliance Looks like with 2, they're just going to try and go for the trifecta here and make it mega creeps. But a team fight will be ensuing. 15 seconds for the Sven. Beast Coast, if they have a hope of this, they're just going to have to hold around Megas, it looks like. Disruption first. S4 immediately jumps on a Singer. They want to be able to kill him. Gets off the BKB again. Really well timed. Nikobaby turns and goes for the Nyx Assassin. Chris Luck will be able to pick up the 1 onto Hanskin, but he's got the buyback in the Limmp. He does way too damage for Chris Luck. K1 Hector needs to be able to do so much with this God Strike, but he may not do a damn thing. Activates the BKB. The Satanic going up, but the damage is just raining it from Limmp. He does too much. 2 buybacks from Beast Coast, but they do not have the heroes to hold this one. Alliance, you want to pick us for an elimination match in a best of 1. You want to try and take us down. You think we're the weak team. Alliance finally proved themselves in the hype moment. They finally proved themselves on the biggest stage. Alliance get a win in playoffs here in 2021.
And there we go. This is the first time I've seen them smile all week, but they earned it. What a match. They dominate the lanes. They come through in the clutch. Shout out to Limmp. My man played out of his mind. Ends the game with 30,000 gold. Nearly the rampage. Oh, unbelievable. He crushed whole game. Laning phase, mid game, these later on team fights. I think the Scotty pickup just huge, but man, that's big. That's big. It's beautiful. Nikobaby gets his revenge. And Alliance, they get their first huge win on LAN.
That's right, and that could just be the confidence that they need to be able to keep a nice lower bracket run going for Alliance. Really nicely done by them, and we've gotten so many storylines come to a head here, and that's why we're going to take a bit of a breather and go over to our panel.
Is the Dire Ancient about to fall?